Work, life, relationships shouldn't be this hard. Like at work, for example, you're not actually doing anything that difficult. You've handled way bigger things, but somehow every little task feels like it's creating this low grade tension in your body. You're just sitting there thinking, what is happening? Why does answering an email feel like running a marathon? I'm Heidi. I work with people who are good at what they do and who show up, who get things done, but who are secretly exhausted by how much effort it takes just to exist. And today, I want to talk about one word that's probably activating your nervous system dozens of times a day without you even realizing it. The word is should. I should be faster. I should be able to focus better. I should have this figured out by now. I should not be this stressed about something so small. We think should is motivating, like we're coaching ourselves, being responsible, staying on track. But your body doesn't hear it that way. Your body hears you're falling behind, you're failing, and ultimately you're not safe. And then your nervous system does what it's designed to do when it thinks you're not safe. It tightens everything. Tight jaw, racing thoughts, that pressure behind your eyes, that feeling that you need to push harder just to catch up. But to what? Some invisible standard that keeps moving? This is why work, life can feel exhausting even when you're not doing that much. You're not just doing tasks. You're battling an invisible stress loop your own brain created. Let's clarify something. Your nervous system doesn't understand words. It understands signals, and should carries a signal that sounds a lot like a threat. Every time you say, I should, your system picks up on the tone underneath the urgency, the judgment, the implication that you're not enough as you are right now. So it activates. It activates fight or flight, or gets that functional freeze thing where you're doing stuff, but you kind of feel numb and detached. And if you're someone who holds yourself to a high standard, this happens constantly. You're using should as motivation, but your body is interpreting it as failure over and over all day long. That's the loop. That's where burnout comes from. That's why you can do everything on your to-do list and still feel like you didn't do enough. All right, let's actually do something about this. There's an acupressure point between your thumb and your index finger in the soft, fleshy webbing. It's called the LI4, and it's known for releasing tension and calming that revved up feeling. Find it now. Press into it with your other thumb and your forefinger. Not hard enough to hurt, but firm enough that you feel it. Hold it for a few seconds, then release. Do it a couple more times. While you're pressing, try swapping out the language in your head. Instead of, I should do this, try, I'm choosing to do this, or I could do this, or just one step is enough. You're not trying to convince yourself of anything. You're just giving your nervous system a different signal, one that doesn't sound like danger. You might notice your shoulders drop a little, or your breath gets a little deeper. That's your body saying, oh, okay, we're not in trouble. If you want to go a little deeper with this next time you catch yourself saying should, pause and ask, whose voice is that? Is it your boss or your parents? Some version of yourself from 5 years ago who thought you had to prove something? Because most of the shoulds we carry around aren't even ours. They're inherited. They're old rules that don't fit anymore, and your body is the one paying for it. Your nervous system is picking up on tiny signals all day long, and should is one of the loudest because it's wrapped up in pressure, urgency, and self-judgment. One word, one pressure point, one small shift in how you talk to yourself. That's all it takes to move from bracing or preparing for something back to breathing. If you want more of these quick resets, things you can actually do during your workday without needing to sit on the floor and meditate for 20 minutes, come check out the Pocket Resets community. Your nervous system will appreciate it, and we'd love to have you in there.